Hello students, in the video on quadrilaterals, we will be doing practice set 5.1, sum number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. So let us start with the first question of practice set 5.1, which says diagonals of parallelogram WXYZ intersect each other at point O. If angle XYZ is 135 degrees, then what is the measure of angle XWZ and YZW? If length OY is 5 centimeter, then length WY is equal to question mark. So let's have the figure. Okay, this is the parallelogram and where angle XYZ is 135 degrees. So we start with the solution. Now we know that angle XYZ and angle XWZ are opposite angles. Okay, so if they are opposite angles, they will be equal. So therefore this angle, the blue angle, that is XWZ, will also be 135 degrees. So let's write the steps. Okay, why are they equal? Because opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Therefore, I can say that angle XWZ is equal to 135 degrees. Okay, we start with the unknown angle, what is asked, equated to what is given, and hence we can get the unknown, the measure of the unknown angle. Okay, now we have to find YZW. YZW is this angle. YZW is this angle. Okay, so let us write the relation between the angles that we know, that is angle XWZ. We just got that, plus angle YZW is equal to 180 degrees. Let's mark it in the figure. This is angle XWZ and angle YZW, these two angles. Now what type of angles are they? They are adjacent angles of a parallelogram, and we know that adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So when we add them, we get it equal to 180 degrees. So let us substitute the values now. That we get 135 plus angle YZW is equal to 180 degrees. So on further calculations, we get angle YZW is equal to 45 degrees. Now what is the next part that we have found out these two measures of these two angles. Now we need to find length WY, for which length OY is given. Length OY is this length, it is 5 centimeters, and what we are expected to find WY. Where is WY? This is WY. Now we know the relation between OY and WY. Length of OY is half length WY. The reason is diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That means where they intersect, that point is the midpoint. So we know that OY is 5. So let us substitute 5 is equal to half into length WY. On cross multiplying, we get length WY will be equal to 2 times 5 centimeter, which is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay, so we write the final answer. That is angle XWZ is 135 degrees, YZW is equal to 45 degrees, and length WY is 10 centimeters. Let us now go to the next question. In a parallelogram ABCD, angle A is 3x plus 12 degrees, angle B is 2x minus 32 degrees. Then find the value of x and then find the measures of angles C and D. So let us draw the figure, students. This is the figure ABCD. This is a parallelogram. Let's start with the solution. Now we know that angle A is given 3x plus 12 and angle B. What type of angles are they? They are adjacent angles. So we know the relation. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Okay, A and B, B and C, C and D, these are adjacent angles. Okay, you have to go in order. So we know the relation, that is angle A plus angle B is 180 degrees. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Now let us substitute 3x plus 12 degrees plus 2x minus 32 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Next step, you open the brackets. Okay, now 3x plus 2x will be 5x minus 20 is equal to 180. So 5x will be 180 plus 20 equal to 200. So we get the value of x as 40 degrees. X will be 200 upon 5, that is 40 degrees. Now we have got the value of x, the first. Then we have to find measure angle C and measure angle D. Okay, now what is the relation? We know that angle C is equal to angle A. Why are they equal? Because opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So we write that reason. Angle C will be equal to angle A, equal to 3x plus 12 degrees. That is opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Now let us substitute the value of x in the next step. So we get 3 into 40 plus 12, which is equal to 120 plus 12 equal to 132 degrees. So we get the value of angle C as 132. Similarly, we will find measures of angle D, measure of angle D. So angle D will be equal to angle B, equal to 2x minus 32 degrees. Reason again same, and opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Next step, we need to substitute the value of x, that is 40 minus 32. 2 into 40 minus 32 equal to 80 minus 32 equal to 48 degrees. So we get angle D is equal to 48 degrees. Let's write the final answer. Answer, x is equal to 40 degrees, angle C is 132 degrees, and angle D is equal to 48 degrees. Hope the solution is clear. Now let's go to the third sum. Perimeter of a parallelogram is 150 centimeters. One of its side is greater than the other side by 25 centimeter. Find the lengths of all sides. So here let us have the parallelogram first. Let's have the figure in the solution. Let's have the figure. This is the parallelogram. Now we know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal or congruent. So we will take in quadrilateral ABCD, opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. So let us take one pair at a time. We will take, so let us take AB equal to CD equal to X. So let's mark it in the figure. AB equal to CD equal to X. And also the second pair is also congruent. Which is the second pair? That is AD equal to BC equal to X plus 25. Now why X plus 25? Because one side is greater than the other by 25. So if the smaller side is x, the other will be x plus 25. Let us mark it in the figure. Now we know that the perimeter of the parallelogram is given as 150 centimeter. Now how do we get the perimeter of parallelogram or a quadrilateral ABCD? By adding all the sides. So I have added AB plus BC plus CD plus AD. Now let us substitute. AB is x. The perimeter is given as 150, so I equate 150 is equal to x plus 25 plus x plus 25. You can see by the identical colors what I have substituted. Now this will amount x plus x plus x plus x will be 4x. So we will get 150 is minus 50 is equal to 4x. So 4x will be 100 and hence x will be 25. So once we have got the value of x, we can get the measures of the sides, the lengths of the remaining, lengths of the sides of the parallelogram. So let us write, therefore AB will be equal to CD equal to X equal to 25 centimeters. Similarly, we will write AD is equal to BC equal to X plus 25 equal to 25 plus 25 equal to 50 centimeters. So let's write the final answer. The lengths of the sides of the parallelogram are 25 centimeter, 50 centimeter, 25 centimeter and 50 centimeter. Hope the solution is clear. Now let us go to the next sum, the fourth question. In this question, the ratio of measures of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 1:2. Find the measures of all the angles of the parallelogram. So again, first for the solution, we will have to take the parallelogram. So for convenience sake, I always take ABCD. So let us start the ratio in this quadrilateral ABCD. Let angle A is to angle B be equal to 1:2 equal to x is to 2x. Okay, where x is a common multiple. The ratio is given, right? 1:2. So I have written 1:2 equal to x is to 2x. Okay, now what type of angles are angle A and angle B? Angle A, therefore we get angle A is x and angle B is 2x. So angle A is this, angle B is this angle. What type of angles are they? They are adjacent angles. So we know that angle A plus angle B is 180 degrees. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So next step we are going to substitute. X plus 2x is 180. We get 3x is equal to 180. X will be 60. So once we have got the value of x, we can find the value of A and C. Why? Because A and C are opposite angles. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So we can write that angle A will be equal to angle C equal to x. equal to 60 degrees. Similarly, we can write angle B is equal to angle D equal to 2x equal to 2 into 60 degrees equal to 120 degrees. So we have got the measures of the angles of the parallelogram. So let's write the measures of all angles of the parallelogram are 60 degrees, 120 degrees, 60 degrees and 120 degrees. Okay, now let's go to the sixth question. In figure 5.12, quadrilateral PQRS and quadrilateral ABCR are two parallelograms. If angle P is 110, then find the measures of all angles of quadrilateral ABCR. So let's have the figure 5.12. This is the figure. So let's start with the solution. Now, the solution we have that quadrilateral PQRS is a parallelogram. Okay, because it's given. So what can we say? That angle SPQ will be equal to angle SRQ. Will be equal to 110 degrees. Now why they are equal? You can see that they are opposite angles of the red parallelogram. So I'll write here opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So now angle SRQ is equal to angle SRQ is equal to angle ARC equal to 110. Now why am I writing this? See, SRC, this is angle SRC. SRC is equal to angle ARC. Let's mark angle ARC. What do you see? They are the same angles. Okay, so the reason for here it is same angle with different names. Did you understand? I hope this part is clear. So therefore I can say that angle ARC is 110 degrees. So I've got one angle of this. Now the next step we are going to write that quadrilateral ABCR is a parallelogram. Let's mark the parallelogram. This is the parallelogram in which I have already got ARC. Angle ARC is equal to angle ABC. Angle ARC is equal to angle ABC equal to 110 degrees. Why? Again, opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So therefore I can say ARC I have already got. So now what am I going to write? I am going to write therefore I can say that angle ABC is equal to 110 degrees. I have got these two angles. Now I am left with angle A and angle C. So I am going to find one of them. So let us write now angle ABC plus angle BAR equal to 180 degrees. Now which are these two angles in the figure? Angle ABC is this angle plus angle BAR is this angle. These two angles. Now what type of angles are they? They are the adjacent angles of a parallelogram. So I am going to write adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Let us substitute the values. We'll write 110 plus angle BAR is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, BAR is equal to 180 minus 110 equal to 70 degrees. So I get angle BAR is equal to 70 degrees. Now I have got this angle. Now I am left with only angle C. But I know the relation between this angle and angle C. Angle BCR is equal to angle BAR equal to 70 degrees. Why? Because they are opposite angles of a parallelogram are again congruent. So I can say that angle BCR is 70 degrees. Now while writing the final answer, I am going to label the angle as angle A, angle B, angle C and angle R. So let's write the final answer. The measures of all angles of quadrilateral ABCR are A is 70. Where is A? Here angle A is 70 degrees. Angle B is here 110. Angle C is 70 degrees and angle R is 110 degrees. You have to write the final answer in this manner. Hope the solution is clear, children. That's all for the day. Thank you.